Hey there, welcome back to the Well Balanced Mind. I'm Shannon Rollins, your host, clinical hypnotherapist located in Orlando, Florida. And I actually wanted to pop in for today's episode. As you know, each week I come in with different insights and strategies to live a happier, healthier life, really focused around concepts of mental health and well-being, physical health, spiritual health. Everything ties into that mental health component. And over time, as a hypnotherapist, I have accumulated a ton of questions about hypnotherapy. What is this alternative approach and why are people even using this? And so today I wanted to really give a shorter episode and give you a really good common myths and misconceptions that I hear and the most commonly asked questions related to hypnotherapy and hypnosis. And I first want to share with you my story of how I got into the field of hypnotherapy to begin with. I have a broad background in health and wellness. I was working with healthcare companies and various other companies to create health and wellness programs, mental health programs, depending on what that company needed. And over time, I knew I wanted to slowly venture out of that and work one-on-one with people again. I've always been doing coaching, health coaching and life coaching, mental wellness coaching as well. And so in that process, I always knew there was more. I always knew that I wanted something more, but I wasn't sure what that was. I also was doing NLP, practitioner training, that type of thing. And I just remember a couple years ago, I went through a family loss and I ended up going randomly to a hypnotherapist, and I don't even know what made me want to make this appointment. But something in the back of my mind said, Shannon, you need something more than this. There is something more to life than this. And so what I ended up doing is I went in and I had believe me, no freaking clue what I was doing at all. I walk in and my life changed. First session, my life completely changed. And through the power of hypnotherapy and me going through my own healing, I have significantly lessened and completely gotten rid of my anxiety that I used to always suffer from all the time. And it was usually performance related, anticipatory related. All of that was swept away. And then on top of that, my psoriasis went away. I haven't had a psoriasis flare up in 3 years, and I don't take any medication for it, and no medication was helping before that. And so this is just a small testimonial of mine of why I decided to lean into this random, crazy alternative medicine approach. And so I want to give you a background of what hypnotherapy is, because my guess is that you are thinking that it is someone on stage having someone cluck like a chicken, or having someone cry on command, or do something crazy that they don't want to do. And I'm telling you, this is professional clinical hypnotherapy. This is not what that is. That is for a different time and a different place, nor that is not what I do. And so hypnotherapy, it's really interesting. We're going to start with this concept of hypnosis. What is this hypnosis thing? It's just a natural state of mind. It's a deeper brainwave that you're slipping into. So we have 4 different primary brainwave states. We have beta, that's me talking to you right now. I'm consciously talking, having a conversation. Alpha, and then theta and delta. So delta is when you are in a deep sleep. You are sleeping. I don't want you in delta because I need you to be conscious, right, at some level. Alpha and theta, right, that's a lighter to medium type state of hypnosis. Now guess what? These are the same states that we slip in out of throughout our day. Do you know that you actually go into a state of hypnosis every 90 minutes? Every 90 minutes. Hypnosis is when you are daydreaming, or when you're driving on the highway. Have you ever missed your exit on the highway and you're like, oh my gosh, I missed my exit? I don't know about you, but I do that all the time, and it's probably because I'm daydreaming. Slipping into that state of hypnosis. When you wake up in the morning, you're coming out of a state of hypnosis. And when you're drifting off to sleep at night, when your eyes are closed and you can still kind of hear all the things going on around you, you're in a state of hypnosis. So when someone tells me, Shannon, I don't think that I can be hypnotized, you already have been. How long have you been sitting here listening to me talk? Hypnosis is just a fixation on a point. Fixation on a point, allowing everything to drift away. Have you ever been to a conference or have you ever watched TV and you've been so fixated on whatever it is that person was saying where everything else just kind of drifted away? You were in a state of hypnosis. Have you ever binge watched TV and you're like, oh my gosh, biting your nails? You're in a state of hypnosis. Everyone can be in a state of hypnosis. It's just a matter of how deep you go and what your willingness is to be able to work through whatever you want to work through. And so really to debunk that myth, right, that anyone can go into a state of hypnosis, what is the point of even doing that, right? What's the point of having someone go in a state of hypnosis? The reason why it's so effective, first of all, it is the primary one thing that could really, really stimulate your vagus nerve and really calm things down, really lighten up your parasympathetic nervous system. That calming rest and digest system, hypnotherapy is a wonderful modality for that. And when you are in a lighter state or a medium state of hypnosis, your subconscious mind is open to have a communication with your conscious mind. Now, I've done a couple episodes on the subconscious mind, so you could go back and take a look at that as well, overviews of what the subconscious mind is. But this is just an aspect of your mind. And so with the subconscious mind, that's where your past memories, your negative emotions, even positive emotions, past events, everything is stored there. Your memory, our automatic behaviors. Most of our behaviors every single day are automatic and they're coming from our subconscious mind. What hand do you brush your teeth with? What order do you brush your teeth? Do you brush it before you get in the shower or when you get out of the shower? What order in the shower do you wash your hair first or do you wash your body first? Do you wash your face first? These are all things that are automatic. Our brain is a computer. It is a computer. And so being able to bridge that connection between the conscious and the subconscious mind, that is when true results occur. That is why I use hypnotherapy for behavior change. It can be significantly helpful with behavior change and also with just simple relaxation, depending on what you are looking for. If you're looking for that true behavior change of, I want to get to the bottom and kind of peel back what's going on, I always tell my clients and anyone I get on the phone with, Shrek's line, which is my favorite line of all time in all Disney movies, and he always says, humans are like onions, they have layers. There is nothing more true than we have layers. Listen, we are complex. We are taking in tons and tons of information every single day. And depending on how we're storing it, depending on how we're filtering through, even what we see every millisecond, and we're basing it on all the things that we've seen in the past. We're comparing it. We're transmuting it. We are comparing it to every emotion that we've ever had. This is some pretty complex stuff, right? We don't even know what our brain is doing half the time when it comes to what we process and our memories and our emotions. So with hypnosis, we're really able to dig in more of, okay, what are the things that are causing the patterns in your current life and how can we sweep this away? How can we peel back one layer to allow some more to come up and be able to help it, be able to really calm down whatever's going on, be able to calm the anxiety or have it go away completely, be able to rid the phobia, the fear of speaking or the fear of being on a plane, being able to pull out of immense sadness, being able to move through grief, being able to help with any other pain management techniques and just feel a little better each and every day. And that's why we use it. So I want to go through some of these really common questions that people ask me. And the first one is, am I under your control? Absolutely not. So all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. And actually, every single person that comes to me, I teach them self-hypnosis, how to self-hypnotize. because this is something that you can take away with you and practice this as a technique every single day. And so it's self-hypnosis because I have to tell you a suggestion, but you can choose to accept or reject that suggestion. You can choose. So technically, if you were in a state of hypnosis and I said, you are now a millionaire. Listen, if I'm in a state of hypnosis and you tell me I'm a millionaire, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I am. No. Or it has to go based on logic too, right? So being able to move through that, whatever those suggestions are, you can choose to accept it because it's self-hypnosis. So you are not under my control at all. This is a partnership. Any good hypnotherapist that you go to, this someone that you walk alongside with, they are your GPS and you are in the driver's seat, and they pretty much just kind of guide you where to go. So that answer is no. And then the other question I get, can I get stuck in it? I think we already kind of addressed this at the beginning when I was saying we slip in and out of hypnosis every single day. Every single day. And so whatever you've done daydreaming, whenever you've felt a certain way, then it's one of those things where, hey, I can snap out of it anytime I want. So you cannot get stuck in hypnosis either. And the other one being, will I remember anything? Now, this is an interesting question. I have a lot of people who fear that they're not going to remember what happens in the session. You are fully going to remember everything in the session as long as you're conscious enough to experience whatever that is. You might not remember, there's a lot of processing going on. There's a lot of details going on in the session. But I have never had anyone leave a session and say, I have amnesia, I can't remember anything that happened. The only time that will happen is if you fall asleep. If you are if you're out and completely done, which that's not something we do. I have some people who are afraid that they're going to fall asleep and not be able to do the work that I guide them through. And that's not the case either. I'll be able to tell if you're sleeping, and if that's the case, I bring you up a little bit. I just count you up a little bit so you're able to be conscious and really have that interaction with me. And to be completely honest, you can be in a state of hypnosis with your eyes open. What if I told you that I'm talking to you right now and I'm in a state of hypnosis? I can tell you that I feel like I'm in a state of hypnosis. I'm staring at the camera and all of the gaze is just so blurry and I just feel so calm right now. So I want you to ponder that and see maybe how many times throughout the day you feel you're kind of drifting and feeling good, really that feeling of focusing on feeling good. And the more that you practice it, the easier and the easier it can get for you. And then the other question, which is my last question, is does this work for everyone? Now, this is what's interesting, right? This works to whatever your readiness is to work, okay? Now, there are some people who their healthcare practitioner might say, hey, they're not quite ready, or their readiness for hypnosis is not good at this time. And that's completely normal. And we address that. So if someone were to come to me and that was the case, then we would work on a ton of NLP techniques, visualization techniques, coaching techniques, that they're still going to get a lot of value of, at least to give them that buffer until they are ready to go into hypnosis, into a state of hypnosis. Now, I keep using the words hypnosis and hypnotherapy because they are two separate things. Hypnotherapy is the profession that we use. Hypnosis is the modality, the thing that you're doing, right? I induce hypnosis, so you become that super relaxed, hypnotic state, just listening to my suggestions. But then while that's going on, I'm also using all different types of other hypnotherapy techniques that could help you get to your goal. Now, some people think, and I'm going to be real, transparent with you, some people think that hypnotherapy is the answer to everything. And it can be, but it's likely not. This takes conscious work. There's some people who ask me, will I come in and you'll just snap your fingers and I'll be able to leave and I'm just never going to eat that thing again? Or I'm never going to love my ex-wife again. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way, right? Because you've had habits. You have wired your brain a certain way for so long. Now, I say that with a little bit of grace because I've had people come to me who've left after the first session and their life was never the same again. But there's other people that take a couple more sessions. They take 5 sessions. They take 10 sessions. How long have you been doing the thing that you're trying to stop doing? Take that into account too. How long have you been doing that thing? And being able to undo it. There's always hope. You can always undo anything that you've done in the past. But we really work together on a timeline. So there's no time. People say generally, how long should this take? Blah, 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 blah. And it's something where everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own journey. And so it's not going to be the answer for everything and everyone. It might be that this is a modality that you use in conjunction to other types of techniques as well. And also homework, right? I would give you some homework assignments on top of whatever you're trying to achieve. But my goal for you is just to get you to your goal as fast as you can possibly get to, within reason, working together as partners, working together as a team, and just working with the subconscious mind and really being able to work to get you the true results that you desire and the true results that you want. And that is such a joy for me because I see myself sometimes just that first day that I went to a hypnotherapist and how nervous I was. I have so many people who they sit in my chair and they say, Shannon, I am so nervous to be here. I don't even know what I'm doing here. And I say, you know what? That's okay. It's okay to be nervous. Anytime you're stepping out to something new, you're going to be nervous. And nervous is a sign to your subconscious mind that changes are coming, that changes are happening for you. And sometimes if we don't know what it looks like on the other side of that wall, we don't know what the freedom looks like, we don't know what it looks like on that other side, then that change can be so scary. We almost want to hold on to what we have. But when you are able to let go of that and step into the unknown, there's so much for you on that side of things. So much. And I have some people say, well, gosh, what if it doesn't work? I've got you. That's okay. This is something where this is a process, right? So healing kind of looks like, it goes up, down, backwards, sideways, and that's okay. So it's learning to have fun and loving yourself and trusting yourself more in this process can really, really give you some relief for the time being. And so that's my full overview that I wanted to give to you today about hypnotherapy, hypnosis in general. And if you want to learn more, you can go to my website at shannonrollins.com. You can book a free 15-minute consultation. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. And if you're just unsure of what you need or who you need, you can also book a consultation. And if I feel you need a licensed mental health counselor or maybe a psychologist or psychiatrist instead, I would just send you over to them. I have the resources. So even if you aren't sure and you're just like, Shannon, I don't know, I just need help, I am so happy to help you any way that I can. And I so appreciate you, as always, tuning in to the Well Balanced Mind. And I will see you next time here. Thank you.